Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Rezac, and I'm the Associate Rector at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm glad to be with you on this first full week in Lent to talk a little bit about the Lenten candle devotions that we had available for everyone this year. This is a relatively new practice in the church. At least it's new to me. It might not be new to some of y'all, but I was unfamiliar with it until very recently. And last year, it was a really wonderful way to mark the time during this particularly holy season of Lent. All seasons are holy in their own way, but in this one, we're really called to be mindful. Just like Advent is a time to be mindful, Lent is also really a time to be mindful. And I found that these candles and the practice of having them in my home was a way to help me in that practice during the Lenten season. So some of you reserved candle sets through the church. If you did not, that's totally fine. You can make your own. The way to do it is you have some kind of receptacle. And I've gone very, very plain, just a plain wooden tray here. You can use anything that you like. And you need 6 purple candles, because purple is the special color for Lent. You see I've got 6 purples, and then 1 white candle. Now, if you've done the Advent wreath before, you might be familiar with, as the weeks progress in Advent, we light a new candle each week until on Christmas, we have all 4 candles, 1 for each week of Advent, and the Christ candle lit on Christmas. Lent's a little bit different. In Advent, we are moving towards the birth of Jesus, towards the light coming into the world. And in Lent, we're walking towards the cross, towards the crucifixion. And so each week, instead of lighting a candle, we put out a candle. Now, spoiler alert, we know that the cross was not the end of Jesus' story or our story, right? On Easter Sunday, we'll light all the candles again. It's just a way, again, for us to mark some time and to be mindful of where we're going in this season. We're going towards a pretty dark day, the darkest day. But then we'll come to the brightest, most joyous day that ever was. So if you signed up through the church, you also got a copy, you got the candle set, and you also got a copy of Lenten devotions as well to use each week with your candle set. What I thought I'd do is, maybe for people who didn't sign up because they weren't sure what it was all about, I thought that I would just go through each week and read the devotions and show you how this can be done in your home, so that you might either be inspired to get a candle set yourself or to participate next year, or maybe just find this time we have together to be helpful. So let's begin with the Lenten candle devotion for the first week in Lent. And you can follow along with me if you have your devotion, and if not, I invite you just to listen. God created the universe from galaxies to water spiders. God created the breeze that calms us and the hurricane that terrifies us. All of it is to show what God is like, to display God's glory and personality. But people have let themselves, we've let ourselves be blinded to the truth. Some of us take all of God's creation for granted. I think all of us do at one time or another. Other times, we worship the things that were created, and we don't see God behind it. The readings today are from the Gospel of John and from Genesis. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men, the light of all humanity. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And God saw everything God had made, and behold, it was very good. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, God finished the work that God had done, and God rested on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all the work that was done in creation. Now here in this first week, you see that we've put out one of those lights that shines in the darkness. We're heading towards Good Friday, the darkest day. But we know in the end, the darkness will not overcome the light. The light will shine forth again, despite whatever the darkness can throw at it. Blessings to you in this first week of Lent.